And so it's the same way with going through one of our Creative Courage Journey events, is that anybody that comes into that place, and we want to create a safe environment for them so they can let it all hang out and they can let their coworkers know how they really feel about a certain subject that we are talking about, and how they're going to be able to use it. And I'm convinced that when they're given those tools and when they're given the permission to let their creativity shine, that's where the courage really kicks in, because now they have other people around them that are going to support how they're thinking creatively. And it's going to make it a lot more of a strong bond between their coworkers, and it's going to make it a much bigger playing field for each person individually.
So, again, the big point is we're going to get people past the fear,
yes,
and start saying you can use the courage, put that courage into action,
yes,
and we can worry about techniques later. There's thousands of those. But the first step, the first leap in the journey is to get people to say, be courageous, and we will support you.
Right. It's about trusting yourself, giving yourself permission, and being curious. I love the concept of Leonardo da Vinci, the curiosita. Being curious about life, being curious about other people's lives. And when you get in a room with people and they're able to really let their creativity show, then they're going to be more curious about other people, because they feel validated, and they're validating themselves. And that is so much, to me, of what's wrong in the world today, is that people do not understand how to validate themselves because they've never been given the support to do that.
And what's so good about what you just said is curiosity about customers is the single most important thing. Understanding, right, learning, being creative, and getting the customer to be creative.
Well, let me just say this from a songwriter's point of view. We spend every day, we go in a room, even if we're writing with an artist, we go in a room with an artist or go in a room with our co-writers, and we're trying to figure out, what do the listeners want to hear? And those are our customers. Because if we're writing songs commercially, the end result is we want that song to be picked up by an artist, be played on the radio, made a single, licensed to a million different ways, so that at the end of the day, what are we making? We're making money from our music. We're not just in there writing that music for our health. We're trying to be more creative, and we're trying to step outside a little bit every time. And trust me, as a songwriter, that takes a lot of courage, because you're going to invest your time, your energy, your talent, and then you're going to invest your money to make a demo. It's the same way with somebody working for a company. They're going to spend their time, their energy, their talent. Now, eventually, that company is going to have to spend money to go out and reach customers, teach customers, find new customers. Eventually, it all comes down to being creative enough to get people interested enough to come and use your company and your company only. And isn't that what every company wants? They want to be number one. And to be number one, you have to be bigger and better, and you have to be the most interesting. Look at all these companies that spend all this money on advertising. They're trying to make all these really interesting ways to capture the customer's interest, to make me watch that commercial. So why? So I go and buy that product. It's not brain surgery. It's really, to me, a very simple concept, that if a corporation invests in their workers, in their employees, if they invest in them in a way that's going to let them really shine individually within their coworker group, that they're going to find people that are a lot happier, that are going to be a lot more creative, they're going to have a lot more courage about finding ways to reach, keep, and find new customers.
I can't think of anything else.
Amen.